Hello, everybody! Today we're playing Black Ops 6, the map that I presume has Richtofen somewhere, and I don't know, I've not played, I've not been here. It's good to be back, though. Holy cow, it's been a while. I have many updates, and I know I might sound a little stuffy. That's just because I came off of being a bit of a head cold. I wasn't a bit of a head cold, but I had a bit of a head cold for a week. But it's good to be back. I'm gonna take a quick little look around the spawn area while I talk, and maybe, just maybe, I'll actually be able to like process some of that very pretty like opening to the map here. I really like the vibe. Wasn't a huge fan of like the initial vibe of the last map, which is funny because I ended up really liking the last map where I've played it just on my own at some points, the like excavation site one. Now I've not played this map yet, by the way. I do know Double Tap is in it, which I'm very excited for. We're gonna get there, we're gonna talk about it. But I purposely waited. I have not opened up this game since this map came out because I wanted to record it. I wanted to make a video on it. Now, why the delay in recordings, you might ask? Well, very simple answer. I'm finally moved, no longer in an apartment, in a house, so I can scream. That obviously wasn't me actually screaming. It was louder. Maybe the mic peaked, maybe it didn't. I don't know. We'll get there. I have a new GPU. We're actually running the game. We're at like almost max settings. I don't know if I have ray tracing on or not. No clue. But I know I'm not running FrameGen right now. We're just naturally getting around 120. Well, naturally FSR4. But I got a 9070 XT. I actually had saved up a little bit of money, and literally the launch morning, I placed the order for this thing. I got it in. I've had a little bit of issues, but I genuinely think they're all self-inflicted. Like, I think I'm trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, which maybe I shouldn't go very in-depth on that metaphor, but I think that, like, my PSU might not be strong enough for it. I don't know how great of a match my CPU is, but regardless, the reason why not being in an apartment is significant is because, like, dude, it's crazy. I'll very briefly talk about it, but like last time I was in an apartment, which was up until around April 2024, we had a pretty horrible situation with neighbors where they were harassing. It was miserable. Then once we moved, the new neighbor, who ended up moving in around December last year, started blaring bass music. We got back-to-back bad RNG, bro. And because we had the same, like, rental agency as the first time, they didn't do jack squat. So we're like, okay, we're just gonna move into a house. We're gonna move into a house and call it done. Which I did say in one of the last videos that would be, like, the solution, right? That'd be the solution. That'd be the point at which it's like, okay, we can finally get back to a schedule. And we're there now. We're there. So as long as I don't lose the house or something, knock on wood, you know. Fingers crossed, we're here to stay. Here's my viewpoint on it, okay? Genuinely, my viewpoint. This is not the day of Apothos. We're not going into a week of Apothos, or a month to Apothos. We're not going into a year of Apothos. We're going into a decade of Apothos at the minimum. God help me stay alive. Here's my thoughts on it, boys. This is it for me. This is actually it. This is what I am here for. This is what I'm on this planet to do, is to talk into a microphone and be antisocial. So, what does that mean? It means I'm gonna be here till I die. So that's why, like, I've not also been completely hating myself. Also, we're running the PP Bison with absolutely zero attachments. I just thought it looked cool in the menu, so anyways, I plan to be here till I die, so it sucks that, like, the past year for the channel has really blown. But, you know, hopefully that's not my melee button. That's also not my melee button, so looks like we're just going to be shooting. Alright, we got the teabag button on the melee button that I'm used to, and we got jump. Okay, I don't know. I won't question it right now. We got to actually start opening up the map here, though. Looks like we have 2 entrances. We'll go this way to start. But yeah, so hopefully, you know, 5 years down the line we'll be able to say, oh, craft period for the channel. But hey, it's been on the uptick since then. You know, I think we've been between 40 and 50k subs now for, oh my god. Oh, we actually have new zombie types. Oh, I like these. These are nice. They look visually appealing. I quite like it. Are we gonna get the radiation guy? Because these guys, it says toxic, but they look radiated. Do I get poison damage done to me? No, that'd be too much, I guess. They kind of look like they're radiated. Megatons, is that what they're called? I can't tell you off the top. Anyways, yeah, believe it or not, still have ADHD. Don't put me on the list. Don't put me on the list, RFK. All those jokes about how ADHD and autism are similar, turns out not similar at all. I do not need to go on the list. Thank you very much. I also am not going to make it, there's a joke to be made there. Something about, like, I'm sure there's other types of lists you can get me on, but as a content creator, I probably shouldn't make those jokes. I'm just saying, it doesn't look good. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's like when OJ Simpson said, you know, I could be standing next to whoever did it. It's like, okay, bro. Okay. Whatever you say, whatever you say. Anyways, so that's my plan. That's my honest to God plan. Is I wanted May 1st, which is when this video should be going out, to be the beginning of the next era for the channel. What does this mean? Well, before we start, you shouldn't believe me or trust a single word I say. Because if you've been a long time Apothos viewer, you have heard what I'm about to say a great many times. You have. You simply have. That's the way it is. But things are actually different this time, admittedly, because we're actually in a brand new place where I don't have to worry about not being able to record. I don't. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I can be loud. I can scream. I could whisper at the old place, so whispering's nothing new. But yeah, it's awesome. What would a schedule look like? Well, before we start off, this schedule will apply to both channels, meaning that if I say blah 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 uploads a week, that's probably going to be split between two channels. Because getting the variety channel going is very important to me. Because, well, we'll get there. I'm sure I'll end up mentioning it in time. But regardless, what does the schedule look like? My dream. Record Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Make thumbnail, edit, all that. Then, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, upload the previous day's video and any revisions. So sometimes, like, whenever I upload a video, the thumbnail will do poorly or something. I'll need to remake it. And low-key, it kind of sucks, right, to spend your morning and early afternoon recording, editing, and uploading, and then to upload in the evening, and then to spend your entire evening fixing that upload. I'm not saying it's like a real job. I'm saying it is a pretty, like, crappy way to be going through things, because then it's just, you lose your entire day, which isn't fun. So that's the plan. I obviously wanted the first video to be on the main channel. If you don't know what the second channel is, that would be Apothos Unbound, because, like, the Chronorium's like a book, Apothos, Apothicans. Well, I know God Zombies moved away from it, but it's still my favorite era, probably. Would it be my favorite era? I don't know. Too many things to talk about to go off on that rant today. Oh my God, did you guys hear that? The horrible staticky sound that came from my wheeze? Call me Carl the way I be wheezing. Call me any song by the Weezers. Any single one. And I can't think of one. -2, I guess. Unlucky. But that's my dream. That's my dream. Honestly, that is the dream. I was actually going to start with recording. I kind of forgot this map came out. I was going to start with recording. What was I going to record? It'd probably be one of the next videos. I couldn't even tell you off the top. I feel so bad. I just woke up. It's 7, or it was 7, I guess. I waited for my my caffeine to kick in. Like I said, it's early. It's 8:20ish right now. But yeah. What was I talking about? Feels good. It feels good. But yeah, if you don't see an upload on the main channel, check the second channel if you're interested in that kind of content. My dream, I guess my giga dream, my unrealistic dream that will not happen, because unless I get a thumbnail editor. If I get a thumbnail editor, different story. But even then, I don't think the more I watch, like, my creators I idolize and look up to, right, the less I want a thumbnail creator, because I do think the process of creating a thumbnail is honestly a lot of the times, like, more important than the video itself. Because while the video is important, you gotta be able to click on the video. If you're getting people to click on the video, then the commentary doesn't matter at all. So it's like first impressions are most important, right? That phrase, surely you guys have heard that. Where's my weapon upgrade thing? I forgot that's a thing in this game. Yeah, we'll get there. I'll thin down this horde. A big open training area on this map. It's a very nice map. I will say I'm quite a big fan of how it looks so far. And my biggest issue with Black Ops 6, which was performance on my 2070 Super, is admittedly no longer a concern. So I have just generally speaking enjoyed the game more since then. Whenever I first got this GPU, I played some on my TV. I just hooked up my computer to my TV and played with a controller, and I was like, this feels good. This is fun. I enjoyed this. This is nice. But yeah. I'm in a great mood. Oh, my dream is to upload on both, like, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. There should always be an upload on one of those days. There should be. Knock on wood. I literally hit my desk whenever I do that, by the way, because my desk is made of wood. You guys, no, we'll get there. We'll get back to that kind of commentary soon. Don't worry. There was another joke about knock on wood, but give me time. Dream is both channels, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday uploads. That's probably not going to happen. It's simply put, probably not going to happen. It's a very unrealistic goal because even like the biggest content creators with full teams behind them really struggle to put out like even quote unquote slop videos every day. So we're going to just take it nice and easy. Because the last time, honest to God, if we made it through a month of Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday uploads, then it would be the most consistent. Where is the thing? That's not my menu. Should there be a... So that's that thing. Portal doesn't work. I'm just looking for like a way to upgrade my gun. I don't know where it is. Doesn't look like it's in this room, I guess. So I assume they're either up here. Maybe I was right by it. That'd be embarrassing if I was right by it. But yeah, they showed about like the other. So anyways, if we can do this for a month, just a month. I plan to do this forever until I die. If we can just do this for a month, then it was genuinely the most consistent uploads I'd have had in this channel since like whenever I first started it in 2022. We're coming up on 3 years of Apothos, I think. 17 inches of Venom and 3 years of Apothos. So oh my god, that sounded heinous. That sounded heinous. I hope you guys didn't hear it. If you did, sorry. It turns out I'm dying, I guess. Unlucky. Go next. I'm sure there's plenty of other good zombies critters. I do feel bad. Around the beginning of the channel whenever I started this, I was like actively watching a lot of zombies critters. I don't watch them anymore, man. Because I also feel like it partly ruins my fun and my engagement with the community. I'm still trying to find the upgrade thing, by the way. But I love in the comments server, I don't know something, you guys tell me. Because if I just know it all before, and sure, you guys learn from me, but I still think I have something to offer. I still think I can teach you guys things. Like these crystals, they're blue, man. If you were colorblind, you wouldn't know that. So like I think I'm being pretty helpful. Maybe it's just the light. Maybe they're not blue. Have you guys considered that? That's the kind of insight you come here for. Anyways. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was talking to my buddy last night. I was like, I'm kind of anxious about going back. It's a big step because I really am treating it like starting a job. And immediately my wife went, kill him, because the jokes are funniest when you have to explain them. I think the idea of calling content creation a job is heavily ridiculed for good reason. I've talked about this as a man who's worked at Walmart and other food stores. Like, I ain't saying this is easier. Absolutely not. That's horrible. But mentally framing it in a way of committing to a schedule, the minimum is similar, right? Like, it ends up like, come on, guys, surely we can all agree, if you're trying to stick to an exact schedule, at least it shares that one similarity. Anyways, God, it is good to be back. It really is. I have been so nervous. I'm like, what if I'm not funny anymore? But the thing is, I was never funny to begin with, so it ends up working out. But I noticed like all this imposter syndrome bubbling up, which is funny because in school I did really well. And not to my own horn, just genuinely saying the facts here. I did really well in school. I got my my good scores. I got my full ride. Blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. Dropped out of it anyways. So anyone who didn't drop out is inherently more successful than me. Dinosaur. Man, I like dinosaurs. Probably not the best look for me to be like, yeah, I dropped out. Dinosaur! I don't know what I was talking about. I love dinosaurs, boys. Oh my god, imagine if like you can reanimate it. I'm sorry, I'm just like thinking of all the things you could do if you put dinosaurs in zombies. Hey, Jug. I was talking about. Oh, the imposter syndrome. I never felt imposter syndrome in school. I remember whenever I was like in the introduction to like the honors college at the school I was like, a lot of you probably feel, you know, imposter syndrome, and I was just like, I don't. I know I belong here. And I've talked about how I used to have a level of ego and cockiness that I am not proud of. I remember one time I was in therapy. Genuinely, I was in therapy. I was talking about traits in people I wasn't a big fan of that irked me. And the therapist was like, you know, a lot of times we don't like the traits in other people that we don't like about ourselves. And it stuck with me a lot because it's really true that the people that I hate are the people who are most similar to a younger me. I can't stand them because I used to be horrible. I used to be horrible. And maybe I still am. I don't think it's so as much. But it's something that has just always stuck with me. It's something that maybe you can take a little tidbit of wisdom of is think about the traits you don't like in people, and is it because you used to feel like, or you still feel like you embody those traits? And maybe it's a form of, maybe self-hatred, I don't know. Anyways, I felt a lot of imposter syndrome coming back, especially, like, it doesn't help because at the end of the day, I will remind you, I am human. Some of things like the channel does poorly. It hurts. I feel like I myself am a failure, and because I've not been able to be on a consistent upload schedule for 2 years, I've had, you know, the channel's not been doing great. I've always talked about if I even get 1 viewer, the channel will be alive. The channel's not going anywhere. Don't you worry. But it does take a mental toll of I'm doing something fundamentally wrong, and I am no longer entertaining, and I don't belong here. That everyone else who is doing this job is doing it better than me. But I also think it's very normal and human. I have to tell myself that, like, hey, I'm like ChatGPTing myself. This is normal. This is an appropriate reaction. You are valid. Dude, don't get me started on ChatGPT. Oh my god. Can I just point out, by the way, that in the past year, how much things have changed? It's crazy. It is crazy just how much has changed regarding like AI and everything. I use ChatGPT. I probably shouldn't, but I do pay for like the $20 a month version, and I'm doing something that's horrible for our ecosystem and environment, where I ask a decent bit of questions. I love the deep research because I will have so many questions, and I'm just like, I need you to look into this. I'm very nerdy stuff. I'm super interested in politics, not necessarily national. We're not getting into that, but even at a local level. Whenever I was in school, I was, you know, in my final phase of doing. Political philosophy. Oh, we still gotta talk about double tap, don't we? Don't let me forget, commenter. Please don't let me. Don't I need armor? Isn't armor a thing in this game? Oh, so we're gonna get this. How do I open up my map? Armor. Armor here. Armor. Anyways, I might have, and I mean it genuinely, I'm completely forgot about what I was talking about. I'm trying to think. Oh, I've always been really interested in like politics and stuff, so there was some local legislation happening, and I don't know if you guys ever tried to go like to your state website or your local like court website. It is miserable trying to navigate. So I was like, I just used deep research on ChatGPT, and I had it find all the stuff for me and give me the links. It was amazing. It was like I would have spent the entire day trying to research this, and in about like a 10-minute time period, it pulled up all of my relevant information. Like I'm not a big fan of the normal search feature on ChatGPT. I think it sucks. But the also I burped there. Spoiler alert. I don't know if you guys heard that. The microphone settings are all different. The video settings are all different. For all I know, I'm peaking 1,000,000 times a minute. We'll get it all fixed. The videos I'm hoping should be higher quality. I've increased the bitrate. I've added things I don't even know. I don't know what keyframe intervals are. Like, I know what a keyframe is, kind of. It's like the main frame, and I didn't used to have one of those. I just left it to 0, so hopefully the videos are high quality. If they're lower, let me know. Everything should be smooth and nice and good. Anyways, I don't even have Pack-a-Punch yet. My god. So I like the deep research on ChatGPT. As simple as that. We're gonna make a hard pivot here. I need to talk about double tap, because I read what the augments. I don't know the community opinion. Let me start with that. I do not know the community opinion. All opinions formed are my own. I think I saw a single comment like, yeah, I don't know what they did with double tap. And I was like, oop, don't want to know anything about that. Don't want my opinion biased. And maybe it did bias my opinion, because I'm also like, I don't know what they did with double tap. I was reading it, and it's what? By default, it shoots faster. Woo, great. And then I think the two significant nodes, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the little train you can run on Ascension, like in the spawn room, like the really small. It also kind of reminds me, well, the entire map reminds me of Kino to a degree, right? Because it's not because it's German. Because it's, for one, Richthofen is still German, right? Or is he American? I don't know, I guess. Regardless. Oh no, I forgot again. No, we're good. Double tap 2.0. Well, not double tap 2.0, double tap 1. I don't know, I need to see the machine. I want to look at the machine. God, I'm such a nerd for this stuff still. I really am. I want to see if the machine, what machine it is. I want to see what the song is. Well, the song's the same, I guess. Maybe they give it a new song. I don't know. Maybe it says 3.0. Maybe it says 1.5. Who knows? We're in a brand new era. A brand new era of rehashing the old stuff. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? I'm sorry, I'm having the time of my life. Anyways, so it has a chance to do more damage or no damage, which statistically might be a DPS improvement or might not be. I don't know. I don't know the percentages. I don't know. Maybe it's 30% chance to do double damage, 15% chance to do no extra damage. This is the machine? I was like, what is this machine? I don't recognize. Oh my God. Hello, cowboy. You know, it'd be really cool. I couldn't get a good look, but if those, if the projectiles shot out double projectiles, because it's not an effect. As far as I'm aware, it is not an effect in this game to shoot out the pure like double damage. No, cap. It is. It's on non-headshots, which is kind of useless. But it would be really cool if with his bullets there had the double effect. I didn't get a proper chance to see, but it would be really cool. But how do I put this? I guess with the new version of Deadshot, it would be really OP. However, I maintain this, okay? You could give me a gun. I think the most version OP of a ballistic weapon we had would have been Black Ops 3. Things like Blast Furnace, where one bullet kills an entire wave, okay? I think we can all agree on that. One bullet killing an entire wave is the most OP version of ballistic weapons we've ever had. Flat out, that was Black Ops 3. And maybe they're like, we don't want to go back to that. However, I raise an argument to you that, for one, whenever people would run like Origins, maps with, or Eisendrache, maps with wonder weapons that can have super long effects that can kill more than one wave per bullet, and you don't really have ammo issues for. I've been playing too many other games. I gotta get my head back in the game here. You don't really have ammo issues for, are way better. It genuinely way better. I'm pretty sure in Origins and high rounds, they still use the cold staff. In Duress and Jock, they still sit in that room with the lightning staff because you still just kill everything, and you end up killing more than one wave per zombie round. Even in Black Ops, in Revelations, you'd use the Apothecon Servant. So whenever you have something like Double Tap and Deadshot Daiquiri, which genuinely might be able to one-shot, the bullet penetration amount of zombies, we'll say 4 zombies. You can one-shot 4 zombies in the head up to around 40 or something. That's still not nearly as OP as a lot of other stuff in Zombies history. It just isn't. So I don't get why we are so scared to give it to the player. Just give it. Just give it flat out. Just give it. Let me headshot with double damage. And don't make it double damage, by the way. Double projectile. I want double projectile. Give it to me. I think in COD Mobile. Now, I didn't play COD Mobile, so I'm trying to remember a single comment I got way back. Genuinely like 2 years ago. And I think it was like in COD Mobile, double tap works by dealing double damage but taking double the ammo, which is cool. I want double tap to me has to have like the double bullet effect. Wait a minute, does it? No, I don't think it does. I think that's like outward smoke from it. It has to. It just, if you're going for a new version of double tap, you have to have that as a thing. I think they should add it. I think it's not too late. Maybe it is. I don't know how long this map's been out. I think it's been like a full month now. I think you can add it. Because no matter what, it won't be as OP as your wonder weapons. And call me crazy, I think that it's okay if regular guns are, 90% as good as wonder weapons. I think it is. I think it's okay if some maps they're better. Because the thing about wonder weapons is it's kind of like uniques in an ARPG. If you guys have ever played RPGs like Path of Exile, Diablo 4, Last Epoch, and that uniques sometimes are not good. They're not good, but they fundamentally augment the way abilities work, which is what makes them unique. It's not just plus damage, it's not just plus attack speed, it's like your firebolt now splits into 3 projectiles that deal less damage but cycle around you or something. It's fundamentally changing how it feels. And it is okay if that is OP. It is. I hate to tell you, I hate to be that guy. In my opinion, it is okay. I still don't know how to get Pack-a-Punch, by the way. Get the fuse from the maintenance worker. I've not been paying attention to this at all. We are going to need to just save a zombie and go do that because I've been having fun just shooting zombies. But I guess I should kind of, you know, focus up, get my money up, not my funny up type beat. We have 8,890 points. And I'm sorry again for being stocked up and a little sick. I'm on around day 10 now of my sickness. Day 6 and 7 were pretty rough. Day 8 was better. Day 9 was yesterday, and I felt pretty good yesterday. But today, my voice is a little bit more like gunky. I can tell it's probably... It's like whenever you hold on to your nose. Like, here, I'm talking normal, and... Now I'm holding on. Okay, no, that's a big difference. Admittedly, a big difference if I hold on to my nose. So, sorry, the sensation of breathing and knowing there's something in your nostril, but also knowing you can't just put down what you're doing to blow your nose is a very. Maybe it's like being waterboarded. Maybe because it's like I should be able to breathe, but I can't. There's something there, and I'm not saying it's like being waterboarded, but maybe it's like being waterboarded. Maybe. I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. Maybe we can be like politicians and say, we're not doing this thing, we're just doing this thing, and it works. Honestly, how different are content creators from... I just had a crazy crackpot theory. Not about what I'm talking about, believe it or not. Entirely separate. ADHD moment. What if blah, 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 something streamers, YouTubers, or politicians, the way they interact? Who cares? What if the Sam in the robot, now this might already be the case and I just don't know it because I don't keep up. What if the Sam in the robot isn't the Sam we know? Because the Sam we know doesn't speak German, right? The modern version of Sam in like Cold War and stuff, she doesn't speak in the German voice. So what if this is an alternate unit? I'm going to be so pissed if this is like the end cutscene. Because it's like, oh, you just watched it before and it's like, I didn't, I swear to God, I can't prove it to you. I cannot prove it to you, but I swear on everything, I don't know. What if this is like the other version of Sam from a different reality in it and not our Sam? Maybe. What are you, microwave trap? I don't want to buy anything. I need to actually look towards how I get over here to the pack-a-punch thing. I'm a little like saddened by the fact that I just don't know the zombie storyline as well as I used to. Is there an up-to-date, like, I remember I watched like an 8-hour long video on the COD Zombie storyline. This was before Black Ops 3. Who is it by? I'm trying to remember the guy's name. I couldn't tell you. It's been a while. Anyways, it was a really good video. It was like the entire history of COD Zombie storyline pre-Black Ops 3. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. A lot of it ended up being inaccurate because Black Ops 3 changed everything. But destroy the computer. I was like, what do I need to grab here? But I just don't know anything about... This is like Dreisendrock! Sorry. I've seized a bedroom. This is just like the map with bedrooms. Widow's Wine. No, Death Perception. Simple mistake. I'm not supposed to buy things. What a fool. No, I can't pack a punch. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted by everything. It's like sensory overload times a million. Oh, it's good to be back. God, it's good to be back. You insert me, walk up to star, press objective button. Do I need to hold it? Oh, I need to hold it. Thank you, Black Ops 4. Was it Black Ops 4? Was the video I wanted to record Black Ops 4? I don't remember. Repair the elevator. Stop making me hold down buttons, I swear, game. Okay, I guess I have to, now I have to wait. Alright. Oh, this is the elevator from the video. This is the video elevator from the intro cutscene, right? Decoy into grenade because I have 12 bullets. Wait, did I overthrow that? Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Uh-oh, stinky. Are they gonna die, you think? I do not hold a lot of confidence. You guys ever get sick and then like you can feel all the mucus running down your throat and then you get nauseous from it? It really sucks. It's genuinely one of my least favorite things right now is the nausea I get from feeling sick. Also, if the elevator wasn't... Do I die? I just want to know. Oh, I can't. Lame. I just wanted to... It was the call to the void. Ooh. I was thinking you're bigger than I remember. Is she always been that size? Who am I playing as? I'm Weaver. I'm not Richtofen, right? Is Richtofen's not a playable character? I don't think. Maybe he is. How do I get up there? Can I ride this? No. Can I walk up to you, Sam? What is That's, you know, it's weird that we've had female characters stuffed in the circle ball objects. If I had a nickel for each time it's happened. It's happened. If I'd have 2 nickels. Yeah, all right. I'll give up. -2. -2. If I had a nickel for every time it happened, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Now I don't have enough money. I believe I have a new boss. Can I see there has to be something on this map that says like password is a liar. There's got to be like the moon reference on here. Can I just say, hey, we got RFK. Can I just say how well I think moon would work in Black Ops 6? I'm saddened and very happy. Black Ops 6 will go down, I think, as one of the best zombies games. I genuinely think it will. If there's any like modern zombies game that might be able to go toe to toe with this game or with Black Ops 3, it is going to be this game. With that said, it saddens me greatly that we probably never will get mod tools again, because there's no way in hell, zero at all, that we're getting mod tools for this game. I don't think we are. I just don't think we are. I think that it poses too big of a risk to like Warzone if they release any kind of tool. I think if they were going to, they would monetize it, and it'd be horrible. So that does sadden me. However, at the same time, I have no upside. No, it's a good game. It's a good game. I really like this game. I think that this game needed to do well, and I'm very happy it did, because I think Cold War might not have done as well as they needed it to. I don't know what the community reactions to this map are, but I'm loving it. I'm flat out loving this map. Easily man, Liberty Falls is really good. And the other one ended up growing on me. The excavation one, I think I was a little grumpy that day. A little grumpy. And to be fair, I've been really grumpy since like December. So I've been really grumpy for about 1.5 years now. Since December 2023, I've been really grumpy. So it's good to not be so grumpy. Hey, I'm Grump. I'm not so grump. And we're the Game Grumps. People still know the Game Grumps, right? Like, that's not a boomer reference inherently. I don't know the button to activate my ability, by the way. I know it now. I thought on it, which means this is my melee button. Yeah! We've done it. I forgot my mouse had those 2 buttons. I got like 2 weird buttons on my mouse. It's like on my my MB1. By the way, this reminds me. So non-binary people, Pog, we love them. NB stands for non-binary. Whenever you see ENBY, it's like you're spelling out NB. I didn't know that, so that was cool. Anyways, I just thought there's a little thing I thought was neat. See, I told you guys you can come to me for little tidbits of wisdom. Little tidbits of wisdom. Now, I have a joke that is a bit political. As long as I don't, I'm thinking it's not bad for non-binaries. It's bad for Republicans. Let me start that way. If I will get canceled for anything, it is not going to be for not being an ally. Then who's going to clean that up? Sam, I like you. You're funny. Obviously, you is the female robot. It's a horrible. My wife put me through the ringer. We finally have a dishwasher where we moved, and my parents came over, and we were like, we have a dishwasher now, and my Meg went, yeah, he doesn't have to call me the dishwasher anymore. And I was like, well, crazy to say I do that, because she loves riling me up. It's a very easy thing to rile me up, if you believe it. Very easy. And it's so easy. It's so easy if she can just go, yeah, he calls me a dishwasher. Me, who has never called her that outside of it sounds bad, I know. But like one time I was like, next thing you know, you'll be calling me your dishwasher. And I was like, what do you mean? I don't have to call you what you are. So I don't know. And she got a big kick out, because that's the way we joke. So it's like it looks bad if I make these jokes in videos out of the context. So like my wife and I love making these style of jokes. Like, look, if you think I'm sexist, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not. Believe it or not. I'm If me talking about how I'm an ally is anything, I really... But you can't deny the jokes are funny because they're ironic, okay? As simple as that, simple as that. Gets canceled in first video back. Anyways, Republican joke, didn't Trump make being non-binary like illegal, or because there's only two, they made it where like on day one you can't like formally identify as a different gender. I don't know. It's not even a joke. It's literally asking a question, but it's so bizarre. It feels like a joke. Is that a disciple? Is that a disciple? Hold up. I need to get to where I can like actually turn around and see the name. We're not gonna be able to. I gotta go pack punch. How do I get back up there? It's above me. Okay, not that way, not that way. Serpentine, serpentine. You know what I need to do if I'm making an edgy joke? I just need to ask myself, could Ludwig get away with this? And if he can, to a degree, I should be able to. Because he's not even married. Okay, I was gonna say, he doesn't even, I can't say it without breaking. Imagine I was able to say the joke I'm about to say with a straight face, okay? He doesn't even own a woman. I'm sorry. It sounds horrible. There we go. I was getting a little messed up. I needed to activate this. Honestly, deservedly for my jokes. However, I assure you, look. Here's what I'll do. I will ask my wife to watch the video. I will listen for her. I will ask her, did I go too far? So if you end up seeing this video, just know it is a disciple, elder disciple. If she says those weren't funny, I think that's actually problematic. I won't. Okay. Now, next thing I'm gonna hear is how my wife's a race trader or something. Unlucky, I guess. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Dear God. Holy crap, that was crazy. I got ran down. Okay. We're gonna press this button, which should increase the effectiveness of my armor. From here, I don't... Okay, that's what that button is. I don't super know what to do from here. I think the Elder Disciple is making them all, like, much tankier than they should be. I did see the yellow thing on the ground. Why are you so tanky? Is he the big boy boss? Oh my god, I see he is an elite. Okay, I like that. Because Disciples in the other map, the German city one, I want to say, were like just little piss bosses. This guy's, like, actually big. Oh, wait, no. Wait, no, now we have Amalgam, too? Okay. Did the Dupelgast get turned into an Amalgam? No way. Again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. What is it in Marvel World? Again! Again! That didn't do much damage. Wait, so I do have the Doppelgast, I have the Amalgam, and I have the... This is not looking good. I think okay. I just saw something really funny. My wife is in the other room. And like, for her job, she has to, like, talk on the phone quite a bit to coworkers and to, like, the people... I don't want to say she represents, because it's not like she's a lawyer, but like to like the customers kind of for what she does. And I'm just thinking, like, what if her mic picked up the jokes that I made of you? It probably wouldn't be a good look. It probably might not be a good look. Probably would not be a good look. I think I might be dead from that. No, they must have nerfed that Amalgam damage a ton, I feel like. Oh, no, I do have the armor perk. I don't know how I'm going to kill this guy, by the way. I'm not damaging him. Ooh, nuke. Oh, big nuke damage. Yeah, I'm not... I should have prioritized Pack Punch sooner, I guess. I don't know. Obviously, I don't have Double Tap upgraded. I did set it as, like, my required perk. My phone buzzed, so I had to look at it to make sure my wife wasn't like, yeah, I can't hear every word. Man, what a nightmare. Oh, the Dupelgast got turned. I misturned as a game mode. They need to, like, do one path. It can't be that hard to, like, add in turned in grief, right? Imagine you guys would queue for grief. Surely you guys would queue for grief, right? I would queue for grief. Maybe it's in the game right now. I just don't know. It can't be that hard to code in grief. You guys remember, like, in grief, like, in Mob of the Dead, they added in, like, PhD? How crazy that was? Because, like, they were trolling. I don't know how many of you guys were actually around during that time, but we went from Die Rise to Mob of the Dead, right? And Die Rise had a troll mule kick and a troll, or no, maybe it was just troll PhD. It was like going down one of the elevators, you could see it. And we got Mob of the Dead, where it was troll again. And then they actually gave it to us in Mob of the Dead, but not in the actual game mode. Crazy times. Crazy times. Also, I cannot stress enough how much fun I'm having. This map is really good in my opinion. Maybe it's like the most hated map in the community. This is going to be another, like, what map do I like that is kind of hated? Moon's kind of hated, and I love Moon. What maps do I not like? And then I might be able to, like, narrow it down. I don't like a lot of the jungle maps. I'm not a big, like, Shangri-La fan. I'm not a big... The one in Black Ops 3, Zesty Sushi, Zetsubo no Shima, I'm not a big fan of. But what map do people not like that I really like? Probably, I mean, most things in Black Ops 4 I actually really like. I have quite a lot of fun in Black Ops 4. I really want to play some Black Ops 4 right now, actually. But I don't know. I can't think. Can't think of a map that I really... Oh, Dyrus. Love Dyrus. Funny, I was just talking about it. Love Dyrus. People do not like Dyrus. Maybe this is another Dyrus situation. I don't think it is. I genuinely can't think of many complaints. Unless the boss fight is, like, really lame. Like, people went in this being like, oh, Richtofen time. And then there's, like, no Richtofen time. Which I would understand. I wish I knew how to kill this Elder Disciple a bit better. Because, my God, he is a tanky boy. But we got through it. Don't care for the War Machine. Lukey's back! Oh, I just realized, because we haven't had loot keys in like the past 2 maps, right? Nice. What a good map. Genuinely, what a good map. Also, I'm thinking about this now. Ludwig has an exclamation point sexist command in his chat. so, now that I think about it, I think I'm good. I think my jokes were really tame. I think they were really tame. I have enough character witnesses, I think. Me naming off several of my commenters, you guys would stand up for me, right? The reason I'm not actually naming commenters is because it would look really bad if somehow I did get canceled in the future. And then, like, they get dragged down. I was like, you sent by this horrible content creator? I'm a Call of Duty YouTuber. Every Call of Duty YouTuber gets a pass, right? I'm not saying the pass. We don't get the pass, but we get like one pass. Or like, if you would have get canceled, you pull out the I'm a COD YouTuber card. And it's like, okay, you get one. You get one. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little too wild with it. A little too wild. I don't know if I'm gonna make the thumbnail for this video. I'm just letting you guys know now. I did not plan to, like, my plan was like for the comeback video to be kind of short because also my voice, but I've just been having so much fun. I just want to keep playing. Probably gonna be like, well, what would it be? I think the title needs to be something like I waited 7 years for this and it's double tap. What was 1 more month? Something like that, probably. But we do need to end it, which means I'm probably not gonna be able to exfil because unfortunately, I do have to wrap this up because I was like, yeah, it'll be like a 20-minute video. She was like, okay, good, because I have a meeting at this time, and we are rapidly approaching that time. So I think right here at the end of round 17, I'm gonna leave a zombie alive. I'm gonna talk for 1 second. Genuinely, I'm happy to be back. I'm going to do my damnedest, and that is my promise to you guys to stay on the schedule. It looked really bad if the first video was up late. We are probably going to pivot from the time I currently upload to about 3 hours sooner. So that would be from 3 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. EST to noon PST, 3 p.m. EST, which is around the time I actually used to upload. The reason for that is I want to upload earlier in the day because I want to have time to do thumbnail revisions and stuff. And we also might end up going a bit earlier than that. I don't know. It'll kind of depend how it affects metrics. Obviously, you guys are going to be able to get a lot of digs in at the beginning of the channel because we're probably going to be sub 1,000 views on a lot of videos. We might not even get 100 views on videos. I don't know what's going to happen. And if we do, hey, feel free to make fun of me. But hopefully, my goal, honest to God, my goal, by this time next year, I want to hit 50K. I think I can. That's my goal. By April next year, 50K. Then the year after that, 1 million. But guys, from my heart, genuinely, I'm glad to be back. I'm happy. I can't see much of a reason why I won't be able to keep the schedule other than ADHD. And if that happens, then I deserve all the shit in the world for it to be told, truth be told. But with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Oh, that fun stuff. And yeah, have a good one, everybody. Take it easy.